to tell you the truth, they're pretty horrible. But I want to tell a story about Tom Cruise. Hi, welcome to Flaawsome Talk. I am Kjersti.
Flaa.
I am a journalist, entertainment reporter, and I've been working in Hollywood for many years. If you're new to my channel, welcome, and thank you so much to new subscribers. My last video was about Angelina Jolie, amongst others, and how she stood up for me in an interview. And I got so many comments on that video, and a lot of people supporting Angelina Jolie, and I'm so happy to see that, because I think that she is one of those really good role models in Hollywood, that she's one of those people who actually use her fame for something good. And I'm very happy that other people are realizing that and not portraying her as this villain just because she was with Brad Pitt. And I don't know anything about their divorce, and I don't want to get involved in that. And that's their business. All I'm talking about here on my channel, as you have to remember, is my experience meeting celebrities. I'm not saying that if my experience with that celebrity was bad, that they're a bad person. I'm just saying that I didn't have a great experience, or I had an amazing experience. Today I wanted to talk about an experience I had on the red carpet, a couple of experiences that I had on the red carpet, because I think people don't really understand how red carpet works, and I've done a few of them, and to tell you the truth, they're pretty horrible. But I want to tell a story about Tom Cruise and a story about Pacino, and I might share some really embarrassing moments with you guys. So stay tuned to the end of this video. A lot of people are still defending celebrities that have been rude or dismissive and saying they probably had a bad day, and everyone's allowed to have a bad day. And I just want to say, I received a comment from a nurse that I thought that I would read, because I think that actually that explains why I don't think celebrities should get away with this kind of behavior. People calling me out for speaking about not having a great experience with Sarah Jessica Parker, and people excusing impoliteness or bad behavior by celebrities. Sorry, but in my line of work, nursing, and in most people's line of work, they are directly interacting with others, which is most jobs really. Being polite, courteous, and respectful is expected, and any failing of this is addressed and dealt with. These rich, famous, pampered celebrities should be held to the same standards as the rest of us. And I couldn't agree more. So thank you for that comment. I hope that put things in perspective. I am not always expecting celebrities to be fun and outgoing or emotional and share everything about their personal life with me, but I do expect them to be polite and nice and professional. First, I wanted to address another comment that I got. Someone asking me if there's a cultural difference and if I noticed that in my line of work. And yes, I have. You know, I'm from Norway, and in Scandinavia, we have something called janteloven, the jante law. And that means basically that we have been told from we're little kids that we're not supposed to believe that we are anything better than anyone else. You're not supposed to brag about anything. You're not supposed to show off. You're not supposed to show your wealth or your success or anything like that. You're just supposed to stay humble always. And I think there's good in that and there's bad in that. But the thing is, it's very different than the mentality that you see in Hollywood, where everyone is basically being treated very differently for being famous or successful or rich or whatever. And there is definitely a cultural difference there. And I think also there's a cultural difference when it comes to journalism. In Norway or in Europe, I think in general, people are much more direct and they would ask a direct question. And I think sometimes that will be perceived as rude here. I've learned, to sugarcoat things a little bit to kind of fit into the mentality of American journalism. But yes, there is a difference. And I think sometimes also if you add, language barriers, these situations can get really awkward and out of control. And sometimes they can be perceived as rude. And it's very unfortunate. But I also think that, the way that things work here, that I've seen a lot of American journalists when they interview celebrities, that they sit down and then they just start to boost the ego of the celebrity and try to kind of be friends with them and, sugarcoat things to the degree that it just comes off as like kiss ass. And I don't like those interviews, and I don't think anyone wants to watch that. But that's my personal opinion. So to your comment, if there's any cultural differences, absolutely yes. Okay, so let's get to my red carpet story. I wanted to share this story just to explain what kind of situations we get into as journalists sometimes. This was for Mission Impossible 5 or 6, now I don't remember. But anyways, I was offered an interview with Tom Cruise on the red carpet. But I wasn't really offered an interview because that's not how it works. I was asked, do you want to be on the red carpet? And you might get to talk to Tom Cruise, and we might pair you up in a group with 7 other journalists and you can put your mic forward. And I was like, okay, you know, you hire a cameraman, you have no idea if you're gonna get anything from that. So it's a huge gamble to say yes to these kind of events or premieres. Covering the red carpet. Of course, if you're from Entertainment Tonight or, you know, E-News or whatever, of course you're gonna have your special slot in the beginning of the red carpet. But if you are a freelancer from Norway, you will be at the end. And if anyone stops and even looks at you, you're very lucky. But I thought, okay, this is Tom Cruise. I'm not going to say anything about his personal life and Scientology and all that stuff because, you know, I have my opinions about that, obviously, but I'm talking about him as a movie star now. So just please keep that in mind. And I thought, when am I ever going to be able to talk to Tom Cruise? He doesn't do any interviews for obvious reasons, talking about the Scientology stuff. So getting to meet Tom Cruise and actually ask him anything, those chances are very, very rare. He stopped doing these kind of sit-down junket interviews many years ago. So, you know, if you're a regular journalist, you will probably never be in a position where you can sit down and interview Tom Cruise. So I thought, okay, here is my chance. I am going to try to ask Tom Cruise one question on the red carpet. So I was laying at night, trying to sleep and figuring out, okay, if I can ask one question, what do I ask Tom Cruise? I don't know if you guys can come up with one question you would ask him. If you do, please put it in the comment section. I would love to hear it. But my mind was going like, oh my God, what am I going to ask him? There's so many things I want to ask him, but to put it into one question and a fast question, you can't stand there and elaborate when there are other people around you. It's a complete chaos. I came up with this question. Actually, I'm just going to show you the clip of what happened.
So your body looks so ripped and amazing in this movie. Do you like pain a little bit? Because there's a lot of pain going on.
No, let me tell you, I don't like pain. I can tolerate a lot of pain, you know, and, you know, just making movies as an actor, I don't sleep much and there's long hours. So it just takes a lot of endurance and a lot of, you know, tenacity.
So, yes, I did ask Tom Cruise if he likes pain. And the reason I did that is because I feel like if you ask someone an unexpected question like that, you will get some kind of reaction. You will get like, they will be, you know, caught off guard a little bit, and then you can get a little bit of their personality. Like with Tom Cruise, usually what he always talks about is his stunts and how much he loves making movies.
Always a tremendous challenge making a mission movie. It's a lot of fun. I like a good challenge. I like working hard.
That is like just like a repeat thing that you would hear from any red carpet interview. Tom Cruise is like, oh, I grew up, I wanted to make movies my whole life, and I love making movies, and this stunt was amazing, and blah 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 blah. So I thought, okay, I am definitely going to ask him something different, and I think it actually worked. And then I met Rebecca Ferguson, who's lovely, on the red carpet, and we talked about Tom Cruise because she was also in the movie. And I asked her, you know, if she could talk a little bit about him, and she told me that he's such a good hugger. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. I never thought about Tom Cruise as a good hugger. I never thought about hugging Tom Cruise in the first place, but I would never imagine. He's not like Oprah, you know. I can imagine Oprah is a good hugger. She has this like, I don't know, good hug vibe about her. But Tom Cruise, I was like, So I thought, I'm gonna throw that question in too if I have the time. And I did.
So in that,
Are you a good hugger, Tom?
I'm a great hugger. You want to test me? Come on, bring it. Here we go. No, let's get in.
Oh!
How's that?
Thank you. That was great. Thank you. I'm going to get that question in there, man. At least we got two again.
Tom Cruise offered to hug me so I could test if he was a good hugger. And I don't know if you heard that, but this weird sound came out of my mouth. But I watch it now like, what was that? But I love that he actually came in for a better hug to show me that he's a good hugger. And that kind of showed me a little bit of humanity in Tom Cruise. Because I feel like the behavior he has in the media, he's always very controlled and very, you know, robotic in a sense that he's just like talking about the same things over and over again, unless he's talking about his stunts and his smiling. But I felt like we got to see a little bit of Tom Cruise that I haven't seen before, you know, that he actually has another side to him. So anyways, I just wanted to share that with you. And I also had a similar experience in Toronto when I was asked if I wanted to go and cover the red carpet for an event with Al Pacino. I think it was an event where he was speaking. I don't think it was actually for a movie. But I was like, okay, I'll just go there and I'll just bring my phone and see if I can get one little snippet of Al Pacino saying something. And I was like, what am I gonna ask him? Especially in that situation, because with the Tom Cruise thing, I was pooled with a group of other journalists and we had Tom Cruise standing there. But with this, it would be just like throwing a question at someone and hoping that he would react in some way. So I didn't come up with a good question. I was standing there and I'm like, what am I gonna ask him? Usually people just ask, oh, how amazing is it for you to be here today? What are you wearing? And how excited about this project are you? And how is it gonna be to watch your movie? So I decided to ask him something different, and here it is.
Thank you guys so much. Thank you. We got it. Thank you guys so much.
What makes you excited today? Or what makes you excited in general in life?
What makes me excited in general?
Yeah.
Well, what makes you excited in general?
Meeting people like you.
People like you. You gave me the answer.
Thank you guys so much. Thank you.
Well, I did get a reaction from him and it was very sweet for me personally, obviously. I love that answer. But it's not like a journalistic piece that I could use for anything, but for me personally, obviously it was nice. But it was just an example to show, you know, how you just have to like get in there and just throw something at someone to try and get a reaction. And the thing is, he reacted to my question so that he actually stopped and talked to me, and you could see that people wanted him, you know, his assistant or whoever it was next to him was pulling him away, because he always, you know, they never have time to really stop at these things. That's the whole kind of image, I think, that they're always so busy that they can't stop. But I just love that little clip there, so I hope you enjoyed it too. Thank you so much for watching, and please keep leaving comments in the comment section if there's anything you specifically want me to talk about, or if you have any comments on this video, and let me know what you would ask Tom Cruise if you had one question for him. I would love to hear that, or Al Pacino for that matter. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.